Oh, hey guys, how's it going? And thanks for coming. I'm Nick, and this is Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money, because you know schools aren't. Don't forget to subscribe, so let's get started. So guys, I was doing some spring cleaning last week while I was sick, because I had time to, and I am still kind of sick. You could probably still hear it. But I found a piece of paper that I remembered in college, and I thought it would be a pretty cool video topic. So today, we're going over 10 secrets to success. So this paper was given to me by one of my professors in college. I forgot exactly which course it was, but it was a business course. So he gave us 10 things to look at and focus on for success, and I thought it was really cool. Now, it was important back then. You're like, oh, that's, you know, whatever. But I really think it's important, so now it's time to show it to you guys. I knew there was a reason for keeping it, so I'm just going to read what he has, and then I'm going to give my perspective of it. And of course, I agree with all of these steps. I'm going to give you an extra one or two of my own at the end. So, secret number 1 to success. How you think is everything. Always be positive. Think success, not failure. Beware of negative environments. So a few years ago, guys, I had like an epiphany and realized how powerful our mind is. And if you could change your mind, you change your life completely. So how you think really affects how you live. And always be positive. There is so much negativity out there on the news. It could be your family, could be friends, coworkers. Everywhere is negative. It's a negative world. And if you surround yourself with negative people and thoughts, you're going to be negative. So if you're positive, you're going to have a more positive life. And if you think in the positive rather than the negative, like look at the glass half full rather than half empty. You know, think of the things that could go right instead of thinking of the things that could go wrong. Now, it would be ignorant to think that nothing could go wrong. Like, of course, be aware of what could go wrong, but primarily try to focus on the good things. So again, there are negative things everywhere. Try to stay positive. Like, there's probably going to be a thumbs down on this video. I'm not sure why, maybe because I'm ugly, but that's okay, because I'm positive. So moving on to secret number 2 for success. We have decide upon your true dreams and goals. If you realize me looking down, it's because I'm reading it. Write down your specific goals and develop a plan for each of them. A lot of people don't have goals, guys. You know, we all say, oh, we're thinking of the future, but not specifically. You know, maybe like money-wise, think, oh, by next month I'm going to save $1,000. In a couple years, I'm going to save $10,000. In like a decade, I'm going to save $100,000. You need specific dates and specific amounts. It could be weight too. You know, maybe you want to lose 10 pounds in 6 months or something. You need to have a plan and write it down. A good way to go about goals is to actually have a bunch of smaller goals leading up to that large goal. If you just have one large goal, it's going to look daunting and impossible. But if you have small things like save a few bucks or lose a couple pounds, eventually you're getting to that larger amount. The third secret is take action. Goals are nothing without action. Don't be afraid to get started. Just do it. Not sponsored by Nike. So listen, guys, a lot of people just talk and talk and talk, and no one or very few people actually do something. Now, and that's why I'm normally a quiet person. You might not think that because I'm waving my hands around like a lunatic on my videos, but normally I'm quiet because I try to let my actions speak for me instead of my words. Because anyone could say words, it doesn't mean they're true though. You could talk as much as you want about it, you could think as much as you want about it, but if you don't do it, then it's not gonna be done. The fourth secret is never stop learning. Go back to school or read books, get training, and acquire skills. Now, I don't necessarily agree with going back to the school thing, because in a lot of instances, if people going back to the plans, if you don't have a plan, school could kind of be a waste of time and money. But if you're more focused, it could definitely be beneficial. But I still do agree with never stop learning. Constantly improve yourself. Continue learning about whatever it is. Like this channel, we usually talk about money and stuff like that. So constantly look at videos, books, anything out there to learn as much as possible. Every single day I try to learn something different, whether it's watching more YouTube videos. I've actually learned more on YouTube than school, which is ridiculous. But constantly learn, no matter what it is. Every single day you should try to improve yourself so you could have a better life. So subscribe to the channel, because we're constantly making new videos. That's a bad promotion. Anyway, number 5 secret of success: be persistent and work hard. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. Never give up. I don't know why, but I always think back to the Thomas the Tank Engine thing, you know, that stupid kids book that no one really paid attention to. But the idea of never giving up, simple concept, it could change your life. So go back and read that book. If you give up on something, that is why you don't have it. Success is a continuous, going back to the other thing, continuous improvement. If you don't have money, or if you have extra weight or anything that you don't have, is probably because we stopped doing it. You have to be obsessed in achieving your goal. You have to constantly think about it to achieve success on it. So moving on to the 6th way of, or secret to success: learn to analyze details. Get all the facts, all the input, learn from your mistakes. Now this is partly why I do not like the schooling system, guys. In school, we think of mistakes and failure as a bad thing. We don't want to fail a test. We don't want to make a mistake. You know, we don't want to look stupid. But in real life, you learn, usually you learn the best from making mistakes and having failure. So when you make those mistakes, you learn from them, you adapt to it, and you make that failure into a success. And that's what life is, and what school doesn't teach. So overall, you want failure. You want to make mistakes. Number 7 secret, we have: focus your time and money. Don't let other people or things distract you. Like we said before, you have to be obsessed and laser focused on your goals, especially with time and money. Here's the thing, guys. Money is very important. Unfortunately, we need money for everything in our lives, from shelter to food to survive to things that we enjoy doing. So if you want to do the things you like to do more often, you're gonna need some more money to actually do that. Unfortunately, the world is run by money, and if you haven't noticed that by now, it's an unfortunate event, but that's how it is. Businesses have to run and survive, and that's how everyone survives. And time is even more important. Now, we all probably wasted money at some point, right? We all could accept that. But if you waste money, you could always make it back. You cannot do that with time. When you waste time, if it's gone, that second that just left, it's gone forever. So you need to focus and be productive and use your time very wisely. Time is the most valuable thing on the planet because of that. It cannot be saved. You cannot gain more of it. So time is definitely more valuable than money. I would trade money for time. Number 8 secret is: don't be afraid to innovate. Be different. Following the herd is usually way to mediocrity. Look at what normal is out there, guys. It's usually broke and miserable. So I don't want to be broke and miserable, so I don't want to be normal. A lot of people think that they're different when in reality they kind of aren't. They're just following the herd, especially in the investing environment. You know, if you like the stock market and stuff, if you buy when things are going up and when you sell when things are going down, everyone does that. And that's why most people aren't successful at it. So you have to be different. Think different thoughts. Do weird things. You want people to look at you strange because you don't want to be like them. You should buy stocks when things are going to hell. You don't want to feel comfortable buying it, but you know that you should buy low when no one else is, and then later you could be different than other people and be more wealthy. So thumbs up if you're weird too. Number 9 secret to success. Deal and communicate with people effectively. No person is an island. I'm not sure what that means. I could go deeper into it. I'm not going to. But learn to understand and motivate others. Communication is ridiculously important, guys. I like to listen to TED Talks often. They're kind of like speeches and different motivational things, and it's like a learning thing. So one of these TED Talks talked about, I like learning about the brain and everything, but I forgot the exact percentage. They said between 90 and 95% of the time, we miscommunicate. It is very difficult to get your thoughts in your mind into words coming out of your mouth. And I never really thought about that until recently. Communication is very, very difficult. And most arguments, most situations start due to miscommunication. Think of your last argument. Think of any war in history. It's probably from miscommunication. I even found myself in situations where I'm trying to communicate something and someone else is trying to communicate something and we're trying to argue for the same exact thing. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to communicate exactly what you think. I agree with you. Stop arguing. And the 10th and final secret to success that my professor wrote down for us was be honest and dependable. Take responsibility. Otherwise, numbers 9 or 1 to 9 won't matter. Here's the thing, guys. You could lie to yourself. You could think you make no mistakes. You could think that you communicate perfectly. You could do anything and just completely lie to yourself, but that's not helping you. You could tell yourself you're dedicated, you're motivated, you're actually doing things, when in reality you're just talking and complaining and not doing a damn thing. You could lie to yourself, that's fine, but I want you to know that it's not helping you. The truth usually hurts, and that's unfortunate. And the biggest problem, do not make excuses. Don't say that you're busy doing something and that's why you're not working on your project or toward your goal. That's an excuse. I'm sorry, you have to make time for your goal. If you're making excuses, then you're simply not dedicated enough. That's the truth. I know it hurts, but if you're making excuses, you shouldn't have any excuses. You need to focus on your goal. And to add a couple of my points, so we'll go on to number 11, worry about you. I know so many people that worry about other people. It's like, oh, what are they doing over there? I don't care. If you worry about what someone else is doing, guys, then what you do is take the focus off of yourself and put it somewhere else. And that's exactly what you should not do. You need to focus on what you're doing. And the last, and I guess the 12th secret to success that I try to live my life by is don't have regrets. People constantly look back in their life and they don't necessarily look at the things that they've done, but they look at the things they haven't done. Even if I look like a fool, if I make a mistake, I want to do something and know what happens instead of never doing it and constantly questioning the rest of your life. Wonder what could have happened. Like this YouTube channel, guys. If I would have gave up on this, I wouldn't be in the position I am now. and I wouldn't know all of your bright and shining faces. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. What'd you think of the list? Do you have any favorite? Do you have an extra secret to success? So let me know about that. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Real Life Money. We talk about real life and money. I just started an Instagram account. If you guys would like to follow, link in the description. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.